In good emotional management, we have always talked about writing an emotional journal daily. So, how do we write this emotional journal? What are some of the advantages of this journal, and who is greatly benefited by this journaling? Let's talk about that today. So, how do we write this emotional journal? You can actually choose a calendar or a diary, or you can write it in your laptop or phone, whichever way comfortable to you. So I often tell people that in a day, find a suitable time when you can just recap the entire day and try and look at all the emotional points, all the events where some kind of emotion was generated in you, and try and express that as precisely as possible. Meaning, you don't have to write the entire event, but write your emotional reactions in your journal. That I felt very angry, I felt like saying this, or I felt like slapping this person. How can this person do this to me? So basically, write all emotional thoughts. And understand one very important thing, that this journal is your personal space. So it's very important that you write unedited raw emotions. Meaning, if you want to use bad words, use them. If you want to write that I want to give one tight slap to this person, do it. Whatever you're writing in this journal is just to express your emotional intensity. We are not anyway harming anybody. Many people feel inhibited writing these things because they feel that how can I express these emotions? Does that make me a bad person? But please understand, this is only so that you express all your negative emotions. Now, when you start writing this journal, what happens is you start observing yourself, because at the end of the day I'm going to write the journal. So just like how we observe our breath in meditation, you start observing your emotions minutely. You start acknowledging your emotions correctly. You start expressing them in your journal. So automatically you start managing your emotions better. Remember, I told you that once we express our emotions, our subconscious mind starts emptying out. So this empty subconscious mind is naturally more peaceful. And you will observe that once you start writing this journal regularly, you will start feeling very peaceful. You will be more patient. You will understand when to talk about emotions, when to express your emotions, and when to hold back. So naturally, you get more expert in managing your emotions well in social situations. So what are some of the good advantages of this emotional journaling? The first obvious advantage is that you manage your emotions well because you start observing them. Many times in relationship counseling especially, I observe that two people have lot of angst, hatred, lot of bad feelings against each other, and they cannot then gel with each other very well. So if you want to work on your relationships, especially in marriage or partners, then it's very important that you first drain out all your negative feelings towards each other, so that you can start with a neutral mindset. So it's a great therapeutic way to rebuild your relationships. The other advantage is that when you start observing your emotions, many times you connect with older events also, and you can then write about those events and some pent up old emotions. And this way you start observing a pattern in your own behavior. You start observing that whatever happens outside of me, I always feel neglected, or I always feel that injustice has been done to me. So we understand that it is my perception. It is my lens through which I am viewing this world. So many times if you want to do some attitude change, some behavioral change, the first good step is to understand your emotional patterns very well. In this manner, to work on yourself, to manage your emotions better, to manage your relationships better, this emotional journaling becomes a very, very important tool that everybody must use and find out.